Greetings, Explorer families. This is Dr. Ike, the Executive Director of our Westlake Charter School. Families, we thought we'd make a short video today just to help everyone understand how we are launching the 2021-2022 school year. Now, first, we are incredibly excited to welcome our students to full in-person instruction this year. We are no longer authorized to offer distance learning this year, so we want to keep all of our students healthy so they can be in class every day. Now, the California Department of Public Health released a reopening schools guideline to help us determine how to reopen schools safely. And we want to be sure that each of our families understands how school operate as we open and launch the school year. First, all students and staff, regardless of vaccination status, will wear masks indoors. However, the current guidelines allow for masks to be optional when students and staff are outdoors. Next, there's no longer a 6-foot social distancing requirement indoors, which is great because it means all of our students can come back to school every single day, as long as everyone remains masked while we're indoors. However, under a recommendation from the Sacramento County Public Health Officer, we will continue to recommend structures indoors inside of our classrooms to keep a typical 3 feet of distancing and avoid having our students sitting at tables facing one another. Now, we will help to create structures throughout both of our campuses that will help with hygiene and cleanliness, such as regular hand washing protocols, use of hand sanitizer regularly, helping to create structures for safe play, as well as safe socialization, as well as regular cleaning of both of our campuses. Finally, the California Department of Public Health recommends that schools limit access to essential visitors on campus only, and therefore students and families will separate at drop-off zones outside of each of our campuses, and staff will assist students in finding their classrooms. Now, the California Department of Public Health has announced that their guidelines will be updated before November 1st, so we are announcing 3 dates between now and then that we will communicate any updated policies with our community. So look for communications about potential updates on September 12th, October 3rd, and October 31st. Okay, while we're not inviting our families on campus during arrival and dismissal, obviously to avoid large gatherings, we are excited to invite our families on campus in smaller settings when it's deemed essential. So if you would like to meet with a staff member, please do not hesitate to reach out to our team directly. Okay, so given these guidelines, what will arrival and dismissal look like on each of our campuses? Well, for that, I will kick it over to our principals. First, Mrs. Kaiu will help you understand arrival and dismissal on our K-8 campus, and then Mrs. Batten will help us understand arrival and dismissal on the high school campus.
Hi families, it's Mrs. Kaiu, your K-8 principal, and I'm here to talk to you about arrival and dismissal of the Mabry campus for this school year. Let's first talk about when does school start. Kindergarten through 5th grade starts at 8:30, 6th through 8th grade at 8:15, and all gates open at 8:05. Now let's talk arrival. The front gates of our school, gate A, B, and C, will be used for students in 1st through 8th grade. Our side gate, the Mabry gate, will be used for kindergarten only, and the back gate will be used for the walking school bus. Now, your child can come to school in 3 different ways in the morning. One is the car line. If your family chooses to use the car line, we ask you to enter the school parking lot, use the drop-off zone, travel as far down the drop-off zone as possible to allow for as many cars as we can in the morning. The second part to that is please go slowly and carefully as our explorers will be exiting your car to go up to the gates. Now, your child will go to the gate, and then we will help your child from the gate to the classroom. 2, we have our walking with our parent or guardian. If you would prefer to park in the neighborhood and then walk your child up to the gate, you're welcome to do so. When you walk up to campus, please use the sidewalks and the crosswalks to ensure safety. When you get to the gate, you can stay with your child until the school day starts at that gate, or you can leave your child there and we will ensure that they get through the gate into their classroom. The third way to come to school is walking or biking to school independently. If your child chooses to do that, they can lock up their bike or walk up right to the gates, and we will help them to get onto campus. Now, the last option is the walking school bus. If you'd like to participate in that, at 7:55, we will meet at Burberry Park and leave at 8 o'clock every morning. Now, check-in stations. When your child comes to the gate every morning, they will be greeted by a staff member with a smile behind that mask, and we will greet them. We will do health screening, we will do hand sanitizer, and then we'll send them on to class. That happens at the gate. What happens beyond the gate? Well, we have a bunch of extra staff members that we've prepared to have around campus to help your child from the gate to their classroom. We just wanted to reassure you that we will help your child to get to their classroom safely. Now, let's talk about dismissal. The first piece is school dismissal manager. You need to make sure you set up your account. So set up your account, set up your preference of how your child will go home each day, and then get your PIN number. That PIN number is very important. So let's talk about the 4 ways to dismiss and to get your child reunited with you at the end of the day. The first one is the car line. You can choose to use the car line like you did at arrival in the morning. When you come into our school campus, there will be a staff member at the corner. They will ask you for your child's PIN number. We will use that PIN number to let our system know that you are there to pick up your child. It will call your child from their classroom to meet you out in the loading zone for your car line. Number 2 is the walking pickup. Maybe you would like to park your car and come and pick up your child at campus. This year, you won't be coming all the way on campus, but you will have the chance to use the Maybrook gate here. There will be a parent loading zone here that you will be able to use your PIN at the gate, let the classroom know that you're here. Your child will be sent to you at that loading zone. You will be reunited, and then you will exit the campus together. Now, the third way is an independent walker, biker, skater, scooter. They can leave at the back gate called the independent walker gate. Now, those are for 4th through 8th grade students. If you have a younger explorer, they could be picked up by their older sibling, and you can mark that in school dismissal manager. Now, the last thing is base. If you have signed up for your child to attend base, they will come and get your child if they are in the younger grades from their classroom, or the older students will head directly to base. Now, families, we're very excited to have your students on campus full days, every day, coming up in just a few days. Please make sure to decide how your family will arrive and dismiss every day. Now, I'm going to kick it over to our high school principal, Mrs. Batten, to talk about our high school arrival and dismissal.
Greetings, Explorer families. My name is Mrs. Batten, and I am the proud principal of our Westlake Charter High School. Families, we have spent this summer transforming 4400 East Commerce Way into our Westlake Charter High School East Commerce Innovation Center. We cannot wait to have our classrooms and hallways filled with student excitement and joyful learning. Families, as we talk about arrival and dismissal at our high school, I want to start by saying that it will be structured for safety. However, we expect our high school students to be more independent than our kindergarten through 8th grade students, and therefore won't use structures such as school dismissal manager at our dismissal. Let's talk about how students may arrive to the East Commerce Innovation Center. We'll find students arriving by car, walking or biking, or public transit. But no matter how they arrive on campus, they'll all enter in the same place, the student commons. Let's take a look at what a car drop-off might look like. Our cars will enter the parking lot and drive past the front of school. They'll then turn to the left to head back to the student commons area. As they enter the back by the student commons, they will turn around a turnaround loop and then enter the student drop-off zone. Students will quickly exit the car and walk up to the drop-off zone where they'll be warmly greeted by a staff member, ask pre-screening questions, and then enter the commons area. Students will stay in the commons until the first bell at 7:57. At that time, they'll transition to their first period class. Students who are walking, biking, or using public transit will enter on the front sidewalk across the front of school. They'll walk around the campus on the sidewalk, following the path that the cars take. They'll walk their bikes up and continue down the side of campus. From there, they will walk down the sidewalk and right into the pre-screening area and then into the student commons. Families, just know that our student commons entrance will close at 8 a.m. at the start of the school day. All students arriving after 8 a.m. will enter through the front office to receive a tardy pass. Now let's talk about dismissal. Again, much the same car pattern as arrival. Cars entering our parking lot, driving around the front of campus, and turning around our turnaround zone. All students will be reunited with families from the student commons. Cars will pull into our pickup and drop-off area. Students will exit the commons, quickly enter their cars, and then cars will exit the parking lot. Our walking, biking, and public transit students will walk around campus, unlock bikes, walk back down the sidewalk in the front of campus, and exit onto East Commerce. Families, we are so excited to have you on campus. We have our open campus on August 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. where families are welcome to come in and check out the East Commerce Innovation Center. And then our first day of school, August 11th, will be our Link Crew orientation. We can't wait to have our students start off this school year. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly or to email admin@westlakecharter.com.
Okay, families, we are excited to see you and your students on the first day of school. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's explore